Stop wasting your credits in Gran Turismo 7. Buy the wrong car and you could lose millions. Buy the wrong tuning parts, a dodgy engine swap or a bad body kit and you could also lose millions. Missing out on buying a super rare invite car and you could lose that car almost forever. I've been there, I've done that, I've learnt the hard way. I've spent over 400 million credits in Gran Turismo 7. I've played it for over 3 years. I've played it from launch day. I have 666 cars in my garage and I still don't have all of them yet. I've made tons of videos explaining how to make money in Gran Turismo 7, how to drive faster in Gran Turismo 7, but that's only half the story of being wealthy enough to buy all the cars you want. The other key thing is to spend wisely, to be very smart with the way you spend money. I think sometimes PD want you to go and spend your actual real money on Gran Turismo money. They make it very easy for you to go to PlayStation Store to top up your money. With real money you can buy 100,000, 250,000, 750,000 or 2 million credits, and guys, just don't do it. Just make sure you're sensible with the way you spend your money. 2 million credits in Gran Turismo 7 is 16 British pounds. That's going to be the equivalent of probably 16 US dollars with the fair 1-to-1 dollar to British pound ratio, but either way that's a lot of money when you could earn 2 million credits per hour with some of my other money making methods and tunes. Guys, make sure you go and check those ones out. In this video I'm going to break down exactly what you should be spending your money on, when to buy the cars and when you can just hold off and wait for another day. There are a couple of different ways to buy cars in Gran Turismo 7. The first way is from Brand Central. So head to Brand Central and then you can choose cars by region. So you go Asia, Europe or America, and then it's broken down by brand. The cars in Brand Central are always available. Consider this like your local supermarket where you can get all of the most up-to-date cars pretty much whenever you want. There is a small detail that I will cover later in the video, but pretty much every car in Brand Central is available to purchase. It is always available. The price will never change, so don't rush to buy the cars in Brand Central. You can of course buy cars that you would like, but just be very cautious about spending big on Brand Central cars unless you need them for an event or unless you want to have them specifically to earn yourself more money. You don't need to worry about buying cars in Brand Central. Next up we have the used car dealership. Again, from the main menu head to used car dealership. This is the first example in Gran Turismo 7 where the stock rotation comes into play. All of these cars in the used car dealership are on rotation. As you can see from the top two there, it says new right next to them. That means they have just been added to the used car dealership within the last day. Looking now, we also have the tag for limited stock. So for example, on this Renault R4, that is limited stock. That indicates that this car will disappear or sell out from the used car dealership probably by tomorrow. A car without any notification on it at all is likely to stay in the used car dealership for a couple of days more, so you've got a little bit of time on those ones. But down here we have the Volkswagen Scirocco. This is sold out. I cannot buy this car because it has basically since yesterday been removed from used car dealership. It's not known exactly when it'll come back into the rotation, so I've missed out on buying this car if I needed it. Luckily I already have this car. I would highly recommend buying cars from the used car dealership as often as you can see them. Certainly the lower value cars like the 21,000 credit Abarth or the 17,000 credit Honda Beat. That is a fantastic money making weapon, guys. I've got that one covered in a previous video on my channel, as is the Volvo 240 SE. I've got an absolutely mad build for Tokyo Expressway with an engine swap. It is literally bonkers how fast that car is. There are some higher value, more expensive cars in the used car dealership, and obviously if you can afford them, buy them. They are on rotation, so just make sure you've got enough credits for when they pop into the used car dealership. In fact, I'm going to buy a Honda Beat right now and show you another way where you can just throw away credits in Gran Turismo 7. So here we have our brand new Honda Beat, and I'm going to go and modify the car and show you what I can do wrong. Heading into GT Auto and then to car customization. Now if we head to custom parts, on the front we've got the Type B front splitter. We'll add that for 1,500 credits, and we're going to have Type A side skirts for 1,000 credits, and the rear wing for, in fact I've already bought it for here, but let's imagine I'm going to spend 7,000 credits on this. The more expensive cars have slightly more expensive customization options, so I've thrown a good couple of grand into this car here to modify it to how I want it to be. As you can see there, we've got the splitter on the car. Now if we head back to GT Auto, auto, head over to car maintenance and service, and now if I head down to the wide body option, I can install the wide body kit on this car. And the problem is, do you see what happens? It's removed all of the upgrade parts that I've put on the car when the car had the narrow body kit installed, and to get back to that same, I need to go and buy those parts again. Another thing to be aware of is that as soon as you've installed the wide body to your car, you can then no longer put the narrow car back together. The only way to put the narrow car back together is to buy a brand new car. The same with the engine swap. If I was to put the engine swap into this car, I've got no way of getting this standard car back again. In this example, it wasn't too much of a cost to replace the car. If I had made the same mistake with the Nismo R34Z tune costing me 3 million credits, and I put a wide body kit on by mistake, I would have to buy another 3 million credit car to go back to the standard width car. This is especially problematic for people that are interested in sport mode, because as you can see on the screen, always has wide body prohibited. I have never ever seen it for a sport mode race where you are allowed to use a wide body version of a road car. If you're serious about sport mode racing, then avoid doing wide body conversions for your cars, or at least have a narrow body version of that car in your garage to use. You can of course rent an event specific car to allow you to enter the race, but then you won't have anything customized on your car, no custom livery, no wheels. So yeah, avoid that one, guys. And the final place to spend money on cars in Gran Turismo 7, this is where things get high stakes, big roller, is the legendary cars. All of these cars are on rotation, and they maybe last in here for around a week, and the rotation can happen a few times during the week. Looking through here, we seem pretty safe on cars that actually are not too expensive, but it's not out of the question to see cars with 20 million credits and up. Here's a selection of a few of those cars. Porsche 917K, 18 million. McLaren F1 road car, 20 million. Ferrari P4, 20 million. McLaren F1 GT3, 20 million. BMW McLaren F1, 20 million. Mercedes W195R, 20 million. As with the used car dealership, the new cars are marked with new, and cars that are about to expire, I don't think there's any on screen at the moment, cars that are about to expire are marked with low stock, and the sold out in basically says that you've run out of time. You can't buy this car, it's sold out. If you've got this far in this video, guys, and you are finding it useful, then make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and you've pulled a blinder by staying this far, because I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that people miss out with in Gran Turismo 7 is the invite cars. This is huge. There are cars in Gran Turismo 7 that you cannot buy no matter how much money you have unless you have a specific invite, and you can only win those invites through the roulette, the random RNG system, which allows you to buy the cars. For example, here at Ferrari, the final 3 cars at Ferrari are invite only cars, and you can see based because of the little envelope icon there. So this Ferrari FXX K14, I have the money. I've got 21 million credits. This is only a 3.6 million credit car, but I cannot purchase this car. There's not a chance to purchase this car unless I have the Ferrari invite. And the invites look like this. When you get them spun on the roulette wheel, it's very rare. Make sure you cash them in. For example, right now I do have the Aston Martin invite. The purple envelope is by Aston Martin, and I need to make sure I have that car purchased. And down in the bottom corner here, you'll see the invite. This actually is due to expire tomorrow. So you click on here, Martin's going to give the advice that it gives you the opportunity to buy a very special car. He's not lying, guys. He really is not lying at all. These are very special. Head over to the showroom to see what's available. So we head to the showroom, and then we head on over to the invite. You see 2 purple envelopes there. It means I can buy any of those 2 cars. I can buy both the cars. I could buy multiples of those cars. So I already have a couple of Aston Martin Vulcans. I have one Aston Martin 177. So I'm good. I have these cars already. But tomorrow, when my invite expires, I will no longer be able to buy more of these cars. So if I wanted 3 Aston Martin Vulcans in my garage to do whatever tuning I wanted to have, I would have to buy 3 of those during the period where I have the invite, because if I only have 2 and tomorrow comes, my invite expires, I cannot buy another one. This is why it's so important in Gran Turismo Turismo 7 to always keep yourself a nice amount of cash in the bank, ready for when those 20 million cars drop, or ready for when you get an invite from Ferrari, for example. It took me over 2.5 years to get the Porsche invite for the Porsche Spider. And here on the top row are my invite cars, aside from the Honda Beat. I just bought that one. So guys, make sure you don't miss out on those invite cars. If ever you get an invite, to make sure you do everything you can to buy the car at that moment in time, because this Porsche Carrera GT is needed for one of the extra menu books. So you see just here we've got the Porsche was required for menu book, extra menu book 29. That was left unfinished for flipping ages for me, and it took me such a long time to get the invite. So don't make the mistake of not cashing in on those invites. So that's the advice on how to spend your money. But guys, if you don't yet know, on the screen right now is how to earn money. That is every single money making method in Gran Turismo 7 to get the most efficient money making you can get in Gran Turismo 7. Don't make the mistake of not watching that video. Click it right now.